hello and welcome everybody to what I believe is our first Coffee House webinar of the year, and I'm sure we'll be doing many more after this, so certainly stay tuned. But today we will be spotlighting one of our customers, Tele-Vac Environmental, who have made some incredible strides recently and have recently reported that they've gone 100% paperless by using digital tools and digitizing some of their field operations. So I have Rick Everett and Randy Hutchins here with me representing Tele-Vac, and they will shed a little bit more light on their process and how they've been able to achieve this 100% paperless milestone. So really quickly, I do want to go and kind of get introductions from everyone. I'll spend very little time on myself. I'm Jay Smith. I'm a sales engineer here that help to design and implement solutions for our users. But I'll actually like to pass it over to the Tele-Vac crew and let them introduce themselves, and then we'll kind of dive into some of the questions that we have. So Rick, I'll kick it over to you first. If you want to introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your role and your experience, and we'll go from there.
Yes, thanks, Jay. My name is Ricky Everett. Again, like you said, with Tele-Vac Environmental. I'm the Alabama branch manager down here in this location. Been doing this about going on 9 years now. But now I'm overseeing the day-to-day operations down here in Alabama. That's about it on me. Randy, go ahead.
I'm Randy Hutchins. I'm the assistant branch manager down here in Alabama. I've been doing utility work now for probably 10 years. I've been in the sewer industry for a little bit over 2.5 years now. Just kind of been my niche and just sticking to utilities, and now we're just kind of moving forward, getting everything digital. So
excellent. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And kind of the next thing I want to explore a little bit is actually a little more info on Tele-Vac. I know you guys have, services ranging from the Southeast to the Midwest, and either of you can field this question, but maybe just a little more background on some of the work and some of the utilities that you work with, or some of your clients, and just a little more information about who you're working with. We don't have to name names, but just a little more background on what you do.
Tele-Vac, we touch a wide range of different things, and as we're getting more and more to the future, where we're touching more and more things. But our main thing is we do a lot of excavation work. As you can see the picture there with the truck, we're digging a lot of holes, cleaning a lot of sewer lines, cleaning a lot of storm lines. We're just touching many realms of different things. We're also in the business of lining pipe, lining sewer pipe, lining storm pipe, doing some pipe patching, that goes into where we're fixing sewers now. We're just touching every realm right now, man, trying to get better as we move forward as well. Dealing with Unearth and trying to take everything to the next level digitally has been an awesome journey so far. So as we grow, we're going to grow with Unearth as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and a little bit about Unearth before we move on. We're a geospatial work management platform designed specifically to help manage field operations, and gives you the ability to map work and complete work and track all of that information, and then ultimately share it with your clients. So that's enough about us, but we'll keep on moving here. And I think where we kind of want to start is maybe telling us the story. And again, Rick or Randy, feel free to field these and kind of collaborate on the answers. But what were some of the challenges that you guys experienced prior to going digital? What were some of the pitfalls that existed before when working in paper or working in some other systems that didn't give you that full kind of digital transformation that you were seeking, and maybe a little more background on what that was like beforehand?
You want to take it, Rick? You want me to do
it? We can make this a two-part answer. First off, you got the cost of everything, right? Paper is not cheap, and what we do and all the reports that we require, paper goes a long way. And I would say we've cut back on our paper costs by 45 to 50% since doing everything digitally. When we started with Unearth, it was so ingrained into our minds of paper that you kind of not in a way you kind of force it back and say, oh no, we're not doing this. It's because you're so used to your way. In the beginning, it was a little bit rocky. I kind of feel like TeleVac and Unearth, we grew up a little bit together. We taught each other a lot. They came with ideas, we came with ideas, and I think it started to mesh. And the team that they have now is just awesome. And I wouldn't have it no other way right now. We grew together, and right now we're at a point where I think it's time to introduce them to the world, because sky's the limit to Unearth, and me and Randy really believe that. We take it to heart, and yeah, I'm excited about it. Randy, I'll let you explain a little bit as well, because Randy, I was actually the head guy of this, but I passed it on to Randy once he came on board, and he's taken full go of everything as far as with Unearth. I'm just in there as needed now. So Randy, I'm gonna let you say a little bit as well.
So our process before Unearth was very time consuming. It was a lot of paperwork, a lot of confusion, just, getting all the information back and forth. We would have giant maps on walls of job sites that we was doing that, the guys would come back every afternoon and have to highlight the roads that they done and draw the sewer mains on it that they CCTV'd, or the houses that they was able to CCTV. So it was, it was just a long, tedious process. It was kind of just a headache altogether to keep track of everything, up to par and keeping it where we wanted it to be at. So before Unearth, you could say it was just stacks of paperwork constantly. So, and now that we have Unearth and we cut away from all field operation paperwork and it's all digital now, it's just, the process is a million times better.
Great. Well, yeah, that's good to hear. That's what we're striving to accomplish. So again, and to Rick's point, we certainly have grown together, and it's been an amazing experience working with you guys. So thank you for those kind words. So I think the next thing we want to cover, and it doesn't have to be, obviously we played a big part in helping you guys achieve this, but kind of walk us through, what it was like when you were first, like you were saying, Rick, there's kind of that mindset of like pushback and not wanting to change your ways. But I guess how was it, switching and going 100% paperless, and how did you guys achieve that, with your teams and the two of y'all really leading the charge there?
First off, you got to have a plan. Me and Randy set a plan in place. We talked about it, and we set a date. We set a goal. This is when we want to do it. This is no questions asked. And don't think for a second we don't still get pushback about doing this digitally, because we still have some guys that are still, they still bark at it a little bit. But to say the least, we pretty much have everybody on board, and it takes a lot of you got to give a lot of credit to the guys that we have here as well. A lot of them are brought into the new way. And if you use everything right, Unearth is the way to go. On our end, it's just been so seamless, and it's helped us out so much. We've been able to find different things that it would have took us 30 minutes to find. Now we're finding it in 2 minutes. It's made a world of difference. And I give a lot of credit to our guys. Like you say, how does it happen like that? A lot of these guys, took control of it, and we still have guys in the field that are training other guys. So it's a layer process. It starts up here with us, but it also trickles down to all those guys in the field. If they're not 100% on board, then we're fighting an uphill battle. But everybody's been accepted to it, and it's been a good transition to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with our guys out in the field, 99% of them is 100% on board. You still have the couple of guys that are set in their old school ways, but just the feedback from most of our field techs is phenomenal. They love the fact that everything's real time. They love the fact that they can look and see and judge the completion percentage of any job that they're on just by the click of a mouse, instead of having to call back and get maps or emails, or everything's just right there in front of them. So like Rick was saying, we put a plan in place, and we worked extremely hard. Unearth worked extremely hard with us to make sure everything was set up and good to go. And then on that day we launched it, and we've just been powering forward with it ever since.
And just to go back just a little bit, I had to put a plan in place before we even got to this point of going to our team and telling them we need 7 to 8 iPads. iPads are cheap, so they saw the vision and they agree with us, and that's where we're at right now. All our guys are in the field are using iPads, and we have some guys in our trucks using their desktop computers, but it's all working.
Great. Yeah, it's certainly a unique challenge that we're all facing, and working with, critical infrastructure, and, certainly adopting new tools into something that's, very timely, and work has to get done by this date is always a challenge. So that's really good to hear how you guys, planned it out and really attacked it from that top-down approach. So again, I think we've touched on this a little bit so far, but I would love to hear maybe some of the feedback, I guess, you've been getting from your field teams. And you can see we have a picture here. We have that iPad set up that you were just touching on, and that looks like a little bit of Unearth there on the screen, which is great to see. But I think, again, you mentioned a little bit before on the previous question, but what has been kind of outside of that adoption, what has been the feedback from some of your field crews, and how they've experienced the application?
Well, like I said, 99% of them are in love with it. There'll always be, I don't care what field you're in, there'll always be those 1 or 2 guys that don't want to use technology, or don't just set in their ways. But I mean, for the guys that are out in the field, we have bore cards for each house, which is a sketch of the work that we've performed, and we do pre-inspections and post-inspections. So with them having this right here, they have all the information in their hands. It makes their job easier. They're not calling 9,000 times a day trying to figure out what's where and who did what, and they have everything right there. So they're absolutely loving it. They're loving the ease of use for it. It's just all around excellent for them out in the field. They're able to tackle their job more efficiently because they have all that information right in front of them, instead of having to get an email sent to them or a picture sent to them, or so just with it being out in the field, and the process of us getting it to them, it was kind of elementary with us getting it out into the field, because our guys paid attention very well, and you guys set up, some pretty good examples and stuff, and guidelines that you guys was able to send to us, that we was able to relay to, and I think it was a simple 1 to 2 day process, and they was just out in the field killing it with it.
And going from drawing those board cards on regular paper to the iPad has been night and day. There were days guys would come back. We're working in a lot of hot weather, so you got sweat, Gatorade, everything dripping on these board cards. And to go away, sometimes they come back to the shop. What is this? Like what? And we're sitting there, another hour on the time clock of redrawn board cards and different things like that. As to where if it's drawn this iPad, it's there, it's saved, it's already come to the office. We don't have to worry about it. So we saved a lot of time there as well.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And that actually is a pretty good segue into the next slide that we had set up. And again, I don't want to drill down or focus on any of these numbers too much, but these were some results that you guys have been able to report back to us over the last few months of really implementing and using Unearth in the field. And I mean, those are the numbers kind of speak for themselves. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to add here as far as context on what that turnaround time is looking like, or like you were saying, Rick, with getting the maps digitally, how much cutting out some of that risk for human error or damage to those maps, and really being able to kind of capture that. If there's anything you want to add here, feel free. But yeah, the numbers certainly do kind of speak for themselves there.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, with the field to office communication has been phenomenal. It's just I can virtually sit right here at my desk and click on something and watch real time what the guys are doing as they're updating it. It's just it doesn't keep us in the dark until the end of the day, or if you have somebody that calls out of work the next day with an emergency, you're not trying to scramble and figure out where they left off, and you can pass the information along flawlessly to someone else that you have to send to that job, or if they're on multiple jobs in one day. So that, I mean, that field to office communication it's just been excellent. I mean, just the procedure all on its own has been excellent. Or the reduction in time to job prep work, they can pull it up here in the morning time at the shop on their iPad, see exactly where they are, see where they need to be, see where they need to go. They can find their address immediately from right here. They're not trying to sift through paperwork and find somewhere to go. They have everything right there. So I mean, it's just been excellent.
And we're not perfect at everything right now. Those numbers can be better than what they are right now. And that's what we're striving towards, is to get it 100%. We don't want it to be at 70. We don't want to be at 100%. But there's still room to grow, and on our end, on Earth's end. So we're constantly working every day. Me and Randy, we're talking about different things and what else we need to add. And so I don't think it'll end here, but we're trying to get better every day with it.
Yeah. No, it's been amazing working with you guys. You've informed a lot on what we've built recently, and just seeing the results has been absolutely amazing. We do have maybe a minute left here for a quick question. I did have a couple come through, but I think the one we'll go with is going to be, have you received, kind of beyond internally, have you received any response from some of your clients on receiving like a digital deliverable or being able to provide them information digitally versus maybe some of the ways you've done in the past?
That's been a big part of what we've been trying to do this last month. Is we're pitching this to everybody that we deal with, and trying to get an iPad in front of them every chance we get. But a lot of feedback that I get is this is awesome. Just a matter of getting it in front of the right people. But all the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, they love it.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think that kind of brings us at time. I know this was a relatively brief session, but it is coffee break. We did take a recording of this, so we'll be able to share that out after the fact. But I really want to say thank you so much to Ricky and Randy for joining the call today and sharing some of your wins there. It's always great to hear that success story. And again, I'm sure we'll be chatting soon and working together very soon on some new ideas. Any last or final words from Rick or Randy to close out?
I just want to say it's been excellent. It's been a fun journey, and I look forward to continuing the journey with you guys. It's definitely made my life a lot easier, a little bit, less stress taken off my shoulders. So it's been a fun ride, and I look forward to everything that we have coming in the future.
Yeah, same here. We appreciate this opportunity as well. And it's more of a partnership than a business. So we hope to help you out many more times down the road, and vice versa. So yeah, thanks for everything, and we love Unearth.
Hey, thank you guys. We love TeleVac, and thank you so much again for joining and for everyone in attendance today. Kind of keep a lookout. We'll have more of these coffee house sessions coming up throughout the rest of the year. So I'm covering different topics, working with different customers. So Should be a lot of fun. And again, thanks everybody. We'll see you soon.
All right, thanks.